Hello everyone, thank you for stopping by. My name is Ashlyn, and today we're going to be talking about expressing our opinions and the fear of judgment. The reason I want to talk about this is because, I actually already did this video, but I'm doing it again because I feel like I didn't fully land some of my points, or I didn't feel like the through line was there as much as I would have liked it to. So I feel like I owe it to at least try again, just to see if I can do it justice. But anyways, so obviously I'm doing this channel, it's kind of an opinion space. I'm kind of just talking about all of my thoughts and perspectives on the world, but I'm kind of feeling scared too, I guess, because I'm really worried about the fear of judgment, or just feeling like I am not competent, capable, well researched enough, or able to express myself in a way that is do myself enough justice to be able to be talking about whatever it is I really want to talk about, because I want to talk about my opinions on politics and whatever, but it's am I the guy? Do I deserve to be the person holding the microphone? Do I deserve to be taking up that space when perhaps there's someone more competent or more capable than me that could be doing it instead, That my opinions aren't grounded enough for the discussion. And I guess a lot of that stems from just this more general fear of being incompetent, feeling like I already said, feeling like I don't have the right information, feeling like I don't have enough knowledge, I haven't read up on topics enough to be talking about them. What I realize is that it's I may not be the most read up person or the most knowledgeable person, or I may not want to be the person holding the microphone talking to the camera, but it's the reality is, if it's not me, there's definitely 100 people behind me that are less competent, less capable, and of course these are subjective things, but less competent, less capable, less informed, that will be more than happy to sit here, take the microphone and say whatever they want to say. And I think that that dynamic applies really broadly just into life. We see this everywhere, in workplace culture and in art and in anything. It's not necessarily the most qualified or skilled person that gets given the position or gets the job done, and so if that is the case, then it's we can't afford to let the fear of judgment or the fear of being incompetent hold us back. Because the reality is, it's if it's not you, it's just going to be someone else, and there's no telling that person is going to be any better than you. So I think you've just got to be prepared. Maybe I'm not the best, but maybe I don't have to be to get it done. And so that's the thing, is it's really just a confidence thing. You've just got to get out there and have confidence in that. Yeah, maybe I'm not the best person, but yeah, like I said, I don't have to be. And I think this thing is as well, the big thing that really holds me back when it comes to feeling incompetent or really worrying about being judged is the way I'm communicating myself, is that even if I do have all the information and I do know exactly what I'm talking about and whatever, is that I lack the communication skills to actually deliver on what I'm talking about, and that I may come off as dull, or that I may miscommunicate my point, or that someone may misunderstand me, and that I may seem stupid anyway. And so I guess what I mean from that point more broadly is that the way the message communicated matters just as much as the message itself. And so it's not just about being extremely informed, but being able to communicate yourself in a way that is engaging, compelling, understandable, digestible, interpretable to a large group of people. But I mean, at the end of the day, I think this is the thing, is even if that is the case, it's you're never going to stop judgment. Even if you are the most careful, most precise, to communicate the most beautiful, eloquent message, there are still going to be people that disagree with you. There's still people that are going to think you're stupid. There's still people that are going to think whatever you're saying is wrong or dumb, or that you don't know what you're talking about. And so I guess what I'm saying more broadly is that no matter what you do or say, people are going to judge. And if you spend so much of your energy trying to minimize judgment from others, you're going to fail, because people, it's the very mechanism of how we operate, is that we make judgments on everything. It's pretty much a survival mechanism, right? If you are being vulnerable, if you are putting yourself in front of people, in front of an audience, in front of strangers, in front of whatever, you are going to be judged. And yes, like, that judgment may not be positive, and that is really scary. And I think that's really scary as well when you want to live authentically, is this idea that my true self will be attacked. And I think this is the point I really missed on my first video on this same subject matter, was that I said you should live authentically because you're going to be judged anyway. But I think I missed that it's really scary to live authentically when, even when you're doing that, you are still going to be judged. I think if you're being judged but you're still not being authentically yourself, it doesn't hit as hard, because it's like, who cares? Well, at least that's not actually who I am. But there is definitely a deeper pain in that I'm not being myself, and people think that this is who I am when it's not actually who I am. But I guess what I'm saying is like, if people are going to judge you, regardless of whether you're being yourself, saying your truth or not, you may as well just say your truth. Because if judgment is unavoidable, and you're getting judged regardless of what you're doing or saying, you may as well just say your fucking piece, And I think this is the thing more broadly, is if you're worried like me about feeling incompetent or being judged, you can always improve, there is always another day. Like, even with this video, I already actually recorded this video, so if you're watching this one, you can actually go watch the other one, and it's very similar to this in substance, but you can see, you can cross compare the differences. But I guess what I'm saying is that even if you make a mistake with there have been so many people in my life I've spoken to, and I've said something stupid, and I've done something stupid, or I've hurt someone's feelings, or whatever it is, and maybe I didn't even necessarily mean to, but immediately after that I was like, fuck. And this is the thing, is it's not even necessarily people that I can rebuild the relationship with. It can be something as simple as cutting someone off in traffic because you weren't paying attention. Okay, I didn't mean to cut that person off in traffic, but in the future I'll be more conscious of people in traffic so that I don't do that again, because I don't want to cut people off in traffic. And I think it's the same in relationships, oh, I hurt this person and they didn't like that, and I've reflected and realized this really isn't aligned with the sort of person I want to be in my life. And so in the future, I'm going to try and strive to be different. And I think this is the thing. If you're so worried about judgment and competence, it's like you are never going to reach a place where no one judges you and you reach the space of being fully competent. These aren't real spaces you can embody. No one is infallible. No one's perspective is perfect, because it's subjective, it's completely based on your own individual experiences, and we all have different individual experiences. So it's like, you never are going to reach a place where you're completely infallible. So if that is the case, and we still want to do things, then we need to accept that failure is a part of the journey of growing, of expressing ourselves, of moving through life. We need to accept that we are going to fumble, we are going to fall over, we're going to hurt people. All we can do is keep our truest intentions in our hearts, and with every step we take, remember the steps of the past and go, okay, well, in the past I've done this and I didn't like that step, so I'm going to adapt my future steps to do better. And whatever better is for you is obviously subjective, depending on wherever you live in the world, or whatever your religion is, or whatever your personal values and moral beliefs are. But yeah, I guess that's my final point, really, is to, above all, is if you are worried about the opinions of others, if you're worried about being judged, you're never going to win. You can't win, because it's these are just mechanisms of the way we move through the world, and you're better off focusing on if I'm going to be judged regardless, I may as well focus on just doing the best I can. But yeah, so that's my point. I hope you found it useful and enlightening. Take care, I love you, and enjoy the rest of your day, whatever that looks like. Au revoir.